Welcome back to the Motivated Mind Zone. Glad to have you here.
Glad to be back. And yeah, we're diving into something I think everyone grapples with at some point. It can be really frustrating.
Totally. You know how it is. You start something new, maybe a big project, a fitness goal, whatever, and you've got all this energy, right? This fire.
Oh yeah, that initial burst feels amazing. Limitless, almost.
But it doesn't seem to last, does it? A few weeks, maybe a month or two in, and suddenly that project feels like this huge, impossible mountain.
The passion kind of fades.
And that little voice starts up in your head, that quiet one, whispering, maybe just stop. Maybe this isn't for you.
That voice. That's what we're digging into today. We've really gone through the research, the science on confidence, motivation, resilience.
Right.
And our mission here is not about just, giving you a quick pep talk. You can do it. That sort of thing.
Yeah, those wear off pretty fast.
Exactly. We want to actually unpack the psychology, the neuroscience behind real self-belief so you understand the mechanics of it.
Moving beyond just grit your teeth and push through. Because, let's be honest, motivation, it isn't some huge bonfire that just burns on its own.
Not at all. It flickers.
Yeah.
It's temperamental is a good word for it.
Some days it's roaring, other days.
Other days it's just embers, barely glowing. So what we want to do is give you let's say the scientific toolkit, the specs.
Okay.
Based on the data, based on the studies, for how to fan those embers back into a reliable flame. Using science, not just sheer willpower.
I like that. A toolkit. Okay. So where do we start? Maybe with what confidence actually is.
Yeah.
Because the research seems pretty clear it's not.
Right. It's not that loud, puffed up, braggy kind of behavior we sometimes see. That's often just masking insecurity, honestly. The core definition that comes through in the material is much more grounded. True confidence is really a realistic trust.
Realistic trust. Okay. In what?
In your abilities, for
Yeah.
one, but also in your resilience, your ability to bounce back. And fundamentally in your inherent worth as someone who is capable.
So it's grounded. It's based on reality.
Yes, a realistic assessment of your potential and your track record, what you've actually done.
And straight away, the research makes this really important distinction, doesn't it? Between how you feel about yourself overall and how you feel about doing specific things.
Absolutely crucial. This is the difference between self-confidence, the big picture feeling, and self-efficacy, which is much more specific.
Okay, break that down. Self-confidence is...
That's your general sense of capability, like, overall, I'm okay. I can handle things life throws at me. It's that sort of background belief in yourself.
Got it. Like a general vibe.
Kinda, yeah. It links to emotional stability, that feeling of being fundamentally all right.
But self-efficacy, that's different.
That's much more targeted. It's your belief in your ability to succeed at specific tasks or in specific areas.
Okay. So you could be a generally confident person.
Right, high self-confidence overall.
But if someone asks you to, I don't know, code a website and you've never done it...
Your self-efficacy for that specific task might be rock bottom because you don't have the experience points, the track record in that domain.
Or like a brilliant musician who's super confident on stage.
High efficacy in music, definitely.
But maybe feels completely lost trying to negotiate a business deal.
Exactly. Low efficacy in negotiation. And the research highlights this because it shows confidence isn't this one big thing you either have or don't. You can target specific areas.
That makes it feel less daunting somehow. It's not like you have to change your whole personality.
Precisely. It's dynamic. It
Yeah.
can be changed.
Yeah.
Now, there was that 2018 study you mentioned linking general confidence to things like emotional stability, maybe extroversion.
Yeah.
But even that study acknowledged that the biggest factors for change are your experiences. Things like getting support, and especially your history of success.
So you can build it, you're not stuck.
Definitely not stuck.
Mm-hmm.
And the absolute gold standard, the blueprint for building that specific trust, that self-efficacy, comes from Albert Bandura, his 4 sources.
Right, Bandura. Okay, what's the first one?
The most powerful one, according to the research, is mastery experiences. Simply put, succeeding at things.
But not necessarily huge, life-changing things.
No, and that's the key insight. It's the accumulation of small wins, Think of them like experience points in a game.
Okay.
Every time you tackle something, even small, and you succeed, your brain registers that. It creates this mental record, like a caliper measuring your competence.
So your brain gathers evidence.
Exactly. Hard evidence. It tells your internal prediction system, hey, I've handled something like this before. I am competent. I could probably handle this next thing too.
That makes sense. It builds internal credibility.
Proof of capability.
Yeah.
Failure is just, a data point to learn from, but success is undeniable proof.
Okay, what's number 2?
Vicarious learning. This is learning by watching others, seeing people succeed.
Especially people you identify with.
Yes, that's crucial. If a goal feels huge, maybe impossible, seeing someone who seems like you, similar background, similar challenges, actually achieve it, that makes it feel real.
It shifts from abstract to possible.
Right. Your internal monologue changes from no way I could do that to maybe, if they figured it out, maybe I've got what it takes too.
So role models, mentors, even seeing peers succeed, it's not just inspiring, it actually builds your own belief.
Scientifically, yes. It boosts your efficacy. Okay, third source, social persuasion.
Encouragement from others.
Yes, but, and the research is really specific here, it has to be genuine and specific.
Not just, you're great.
Exactly. That kind of empty praise doesn't land. It doesn't build specific efficacy. Effective persuasion points out specific effort or skills.
Like, wow, the way you broke down that problem was really methodical.
Or you clearly put a ton of work into preparing for that presentation, and it showed. That kind of feedback reinforces the actions that led to success. It gives you something concrete to internalize.
Okay. Specific and sincere. Got it. And the last one.
This one's vital, connecting mind and body. Emotional and physiological states. Basically, how you feel physically and emotionally impacts your confidence level directly. Well, think about it. If you're facing a challenge, but you're exhausted or anxious or totally overwhelmed.
Yeah, you feel like you can't handle anything.
Exactly. Your body is sending signals of threat or depletion. That biological feedback loop screams, danger, not safe, not capable. And your confidence just tanks.
But the flip side.
If you feel calm, energized, present, your body signals capability. It's like your physiological state is giving your brain the green light. All systems go, resources available, proceed with confidence.
Wow. So managing your energy, your stress, that directly builds confidence.
It lays the foundation, which leads us perfectly into the neuroscience bit.
All right, so we know the psychological building blocks. Let's get into the wiring. Confidence isn't just a feeling, it's biological.
It's deeply biological. It involves specific brain regions and chemicals. Let's start with the prefrontal cortex, the PFC, right behind your forehead.
The brain CEO, you called it.
Yeah, that's a good way to think of it. It's the hub for decision-making, planning, and crucially, running risk assessments.
And there's actual science showing it predicts success.
Yep. That 2016 study in Nature Communications was fascinating. It showed the PFC actively pulls in data about your past performance, all those mastery experiences we talked about, and it makes a real-time prediction about your likelihood of success right now.
So confidence is basically the PFC giving a thumbs up.
Pretty much. Scientifically, you could say confidence is the output when the PFC calculates your probability of success as, reasonably high based on the evidence it has.
Probability estimate higher than 50% was the phrase used.
Right. If the data points are there, the PFC says, go for it. If the data is thin or points to past failures in similar situations, you get self-doubt instead. The prediction is low.
And when that prediction is positive, when the PFC gives the thumbs up, that trigger.
Dopamine, the brain's reward and motivation chemical.
Ah, the happy juice. But it's more than just feeling good.
Oh, much more. Dopamine is released when you anticipate or experience success, and its key role is reinforcement. It essentially flags the behavior that led to the success and says, do that again, that worked.
Which brings us back to those small wins.
Absolutely. Setting and achieving a small, manageable goal gives you that little dopamine hit. It reinforces the action and starts building a positive feedback loop. You did it, it felt good chemically, you're more likely to do it again.
And there's evidence linking baseline dopamine to confidence, too.
Yeah, a 2020 study found people with naturally higher baseline dopamine levels tended to report feeling more confident and assertive.
So the actionable insight there is we can kind of hack this system
Right?
by setting small goals intentionally.
Exactly. You're deliberately triggering your brain's own reward system to build that feeling of competence and confidence over time.
Okay, so the PFC predicts dopamine rewards. But what about the other side? The fear.
That brings us to the amygdala, the brain's fear center, or maybe threat detector.
Right, and how does that play into confidence?
The amygdala is super sensitive to uncertainty and the potential for failure. If it perceives a threat, like the possibility of failing at an important task, it hits the panic button.
Triggering the stress response, heart racing, that feeling.
Yep. Fight, flight, or freeze, that whole cascade. And that physiological state, as we discussed, directly undermines confidence. It signals emergency, not capability.
So an overactive amygdala makes you constantly feel threatened by challenges.
Precisely. Even small setbacks can feel like major crises. But the good news is neuroplasticity.
The brain can change. We can rewire it.
We can. The brain isn't fixed. Through practice, things like mindfulness, cognitive reframing, we can actually strengthen the connections from the PFC down to the amygdala.
So the CEO can learn to calm down the alarm system.
Essentially, yes. You can train your brain to react less intensely to uncertainty, to tell the amygdala, hey, it's okay, this isn't a life or death threat, just a challenge.
That's powerful. Okay, and finally, the hormones.
Right, the hormonal dance, mainly testosterone and cortisol.
Testosterone is linked to assertiveness.
Assertiveness, competitiveness, willingness to take risks. And interestingly, research suggests it's a bit of a two-way street.
How so?
Acting confident things, like standing tall, adopting what they call power poses, can actually lead to temporary increases in testosterone levels.
So faking it till you make it actually has a biological basis.
To some extent, yes. The external behavior feeds back into the internal chemistry.
Cool. And cortisol.
That's the stress hormone. When cortisol levels are chronically high, it really undermines confidence. It signals ongoing threat, resource depletion. It puts your body in a defensive, low-confidence state.
So it's about the balance.
Exactly. A 2019 study found that the ratio was key. Higher testosterone relative to lower cortisol was strongly linked with higher self-reported and observable confidence.
So managing stress is critical not just for well-being, but directly for confidence.
Absolutely. You're chronically stressed out. You are chemically working against your own ability to feel confident and assertive.
Wow. Okay, so the biology is clear, the psychology makes sense, but still, so many of us struggle. There's this confidence gap. Why?
Yeah, that's the big question. The research points to a few key culprits, starting really early on. The way we were praised as kids, for example.
Ah, the praise trap. This is Carol Dweck's work, right? Growth mindset versus fixed mindset.
Exactly. It comes down to what gets praised. Praising effort, the process, the hard work. Wow, you really stuck with that problem. That fosters a growth mindset.
Teaching kids that ability isn't fixed, it can grow with effort.
Right. Failure becomes feedback, a sign to try a different strategy. But the trap is praising innate talent.
Like, you're so smart, or you're a natural at this.
Yeah. That sounds positive, but it creates a fixed mindset. If you believe your success comes from just being smart, then what happens when you struggle or fail?
You think, oh no, maybe I'm not actually smart.
Precisely. It becomes a threat to your core identity. So you start avoiding challenges where you might fail just to protect that smart label.
And that fear can stick around for years, making adults afraid to try new things.
Absolutely. Prioritizing looking competent over actually learning and growing. It's a major confidence killer.
Okay, so early experiences matter. What else?
Societal and cultural factors play a huge role too. Confidence isn't just internal. It's shaped by the world around us.
Like the gender gap mentioned in that 2014 article.
Yes. Studies consistently show women tend to underestimate their abilities compared to men, even when performance is equal or better. Societal biases, different expectations, they chip away at confidence.
That's frustrating.
It is, and cultural norms matter too. In some cultures, showing strong confidence is seen negatively, like boasting.
So people might downplay their abilities to fit in.
Right. The pressure is towards humility,
Yeah.
which can make it hard to express or even feel genuine self-efficacy, even if you know you're capable. It creates this internal conflict.
Makes sense. And then there are the internal patterns, the ways we sabotage ourselves.
Oh yeah, the internal saboteurs. Big ones here are perfectionism and imposter syndrome.
Perfectionism, that drive to be flawless. How does that hurt confidence? It sounds like it should build it.
You'd think so, but it backfires spectacularly. Perfectionism is often rooted in that fixed mindset, the terror of making a mistake that proves you're not inherently talented.
So it's a defense mechanism.
Yeah, and that 2021 study showed it's linked to lower self-confidence because the standard perfection is literally impossible.
So you never get the confidence boost from success.
Right. You either get paralyzed and don't start, or you achieve something great but focus only on the tiny flaws so you never register it as a win. You block that crucial mastery experience loop.
Ouch. Okay. And the other big one, imposter syndrome.
Ah, yes. Feeling like a fraud even when all the evidence says otherwise. This was identified way back in '78.
And it's powerful, isn't it? Like your internal story just overrides reality.
Completely. You can have the awards, the promotions, the praise, but inside you're convinced you just got lucky or fooled everyone, and it's only a matter of time until you're exposed.
That sounds exhausting and terrifying.
It really is. It makes it incredibly hard to own your accomplishments or take risks, because the fear of being found out is always there.
Okay, so we've seen the system, the potential pitfalls. Let's talk solutions. You mentioned a toolkit based on all this science.
Exactly. Time to get practical. These are strategies designed to target those specific mechanisms we've been discussing.
Let's do it. Tool number 1.
Leveraging mastery experiences and that dopamine loop. Start small and stack wins.
Right, the accumulation thing, not giant leaps.
No, that 2017 study confirmed it. Gradual, incremental progress builds momentum and is way more sustainable.
So the actionable step.
Super simple, but powerful. Today, list 3 tiny, achievable tasks, things you can definitely do, maybe 10, 15 minutes each. Then do them.
Just check them off.
Check them off. Each check mark is a small dopamine hit, a piece of evidence for your PFC. You're intentionally starting that positive cycle.
I like it. Okay, tool 2.
This one tackles the amygdala's fear response. Reframe failure, resilience.
Seeing setbacks as data, not disaster.
Precisely. That 2022 study showed that practicing self-compassion and actively looking for the lesson in mistakes dramatically reduces self-criticism.
And makes you more willing to try again.
Exactly. So the action here, after any setback, big or small, grab a piece of paper or open a note. Write down 1. One specific lesson learned. 2. One concrete step you can take tomorrow based on that lesson.
Shifting from emotional reaction to analysis.
You got it. Tool 3. Harness your body. Power posing. Tapping into that hormonal feedback loop.
Standing tall, feeling more confident. Does that really work?
The research, including that 2023 meta-analysis, suggests yes. Adopting expansive postures, standing tall, shoulders back, maybe hands on hips, can lead to increased feelings of confidence, even if just temporarily.
It's like a quick confidence boost.
Kind of. The action is, before a challenging situation, a meeting, a presentation, even a difficult phone call, find a private space and stand in a power pose for 2 minutes. Signal to your body that you're ready.
Worth a try. Okay, number 4.
Leveraging the PFC's predictive power. Visualize success.
Yeah.
Mental rehearsal.
This isn't just wishful thinking, right?
No, it's active mental practice. That 2018 study showed that vividly imagining yourself successfully completing a task activates the same neural pathways as actually doing it.
Like practice, but in your head.
Exactly. So the action, take 5 minutes, close your eyes, create a detailed mental movie of you succeeding. Don't just see the end result. Visualize the steps. Feel the feelings of competence. Hear the sounds. Make it real.
Priming the brain for success.
You're giving the PFC positive data. Number 5, curate your circle. Social support. This ties back to Bandura's social persuasion and vicarious learning.
Who you surround yourself with matters a lot.
Hugely. Remember the Framingham Heart study showing how attitude spread? Confidence or lack thereof can be contagious.
So the action.
Be intentional. Identify people in your life who genuinely believe in you and support your goals. Spend more time with them. And maybe reach out to one of them today. Ask for their perspective on something you're working on. Get that genuine, specific encouragement.
Makes sense. Filter your inputs. Number 6.
Tackling that negative inner voice, the imposter syndrome. Tame the inner critic, CBT. Using cognitive behavioral therapy techniques.
Challenging the negativity with facts.
Yes, you need evidence to counter the criticism. Based on a 2019 study, the action here is to create an evidence locker.
An evidence locker. What's that?
Just a simple list, maybe in your phone or a notebook.
Yeah.
Write down 3 specific accomplishments or positive feedback points from the recent past. When the inner critic starts yelling, pull out your evidence.
See? I did do that.
Exactly. And another CBT trick from Ethan Kross's research. Use third-person self-talk.
Talking to yourself like you're someone else.
Yeah. Instead of, I'm nervous, try, okay, your name. You're feeling nervous, but you've prepared for this. That little bit of distance helps reduce stress and lets you access your rational brain more easily.
Interesting. Okay, tool 7.
Act as if. Behavioral shift. Back to that behavior hormone loop.
Fake it till you make it. Revisited.
Kind of, but it's about initiating the cycle. That 2021 study showed acting assertively clear voice, eye contact even when you don't feel it, starts to shift your self-perception.
That's the action is.
In your very next interaction today, consciously focus on projecting confidence. Sit up straighter, speak a little more clearly, hold eye contact for a second longer, let the action lead the feeling.
Okay, number 8.
Managing the physical state, calming the amygdala, train your brain, mindfulness.
Meditation.
Meditation, mindfulness exercises. They're scientifically shown to help regulate emotions and decrease that amygdala reactivity. That 2023 study confirmed the link.
Less reactivity means less overwhelming fear.
Which means more space for confidence, the action. Try a 10-minute guided meditation. There are tons of apps and free resources. Make it a daily practice if you can. Build that regulation muscle.
Good one. Number 9 feels really important.
It is. Rest, don't quit. Burnout management. Sometimes that urge to give up is just your brain screaming for a break.
Because running on empty kills confidence.
Completely. Rest isn't laziness. It's a crucial strategy. Relying on feeling motivated when you're exhausted is just setting yourself up to fail.
So the actionable strategy.
Schedule breaks before you need them. Use something like the Pomodoro technique work, 25 minutes, mandatory 5-minute break. And if you feel truly burnt out, take a proper rest day. Pausing strategically is competence. Quitting isn't.
Strategic pausing. I like that. Okay, number 10.
Building momentum when motivation flickers. Embrace routine, consistency.
Habits that run on autopilot.
Exactly. Don't wait to feel inspired. Build consistent small habits that you do regardless of your mood. Habit stacking is great here.
Linking a new habit to one you already do.
Yep. The action. Pick one tiny action related to your goal, like 5 minutes of practice or planning those 3 small wins. Link it to an existing daily habit. After I brush my teeth, I will, or after my first coffee, I will. Let the routine carry you.
Smart. Number 11.
Feeding the PFC that data it craves. Track progress, accountability.
You need to see that you're moving forward.
Right. It's hard to feel confident if you feel stuck. Track your effort and consistency, not just the big results.
How?
Keep a simple journal, use a habit tracker app, put check marks on a calendar. Make your progress visible. It's much harder to quit when you can literally see the chain of effort you've already put in.
Concrete evidence against the I'm getting nowhere feeling.
Exactly. And finally, number 12, pivot. Don't give up. This is about higher level self-awareness.
Recognizing when a goal isn't right anymore.
Yeah. Sometimes sticking with something that's clearly not working or no longer aligns with your values is actually bad for your confidence because it's draining you.
So changing direction isn't failure?
Not at all. Recognizing that a path isn't right and having the courage to pivot, to redirect your energy towards something more meaningful now, that's an act of strength and self-awareness. It preserves your confidence for the right battles.
Letting go strategically.
That's a good way to put it. It's wisdom.
Wow. Okay, that is a comprehensive toolkit. We've gone from brain chemistry to daily habits.
We have. And the core message, really, that cuts across all the science is this. Confidence isn't some magical gift. It's not something you're born with or without.
It's built.
It's built. It's a set of skills, strategies, grounded in psychology, supported by biology, and strengthened by consistent, deliberate practice. Anyone can learn to build it.
And crucially, you don't have to wait until you feel motivated. That was a key insight.
Huge. Motivation often follows action. Take the first small step, trigger the dopamine, give the PFC some data, and the motivation starts to build from the action.
So by using these tools, pushing through that initial "I don't feel like it," stacking wins, reframing setbacks.
You build resilience, you build grit, you build that deep, authentic confidence that lasts. You start to develop the very traits you admire in others who seem so capable.
And the only difference between them and you
is likely time and persistent strategic action. They face the same doubts, the same hurdles. They just kept applying these kinds of principles.
Right. Okay. So final thought for everyone listening.
Yeah, let's make this real. Since we know motivation follows action, the challenge is this. What is the single, specific, maybe even unmotivated action you will commit to taking today? Right now? Or as soon as this deep dive ends?
Based on that toolkit.
Yeah. Pick one tiny thing. Maybe it's listing 3 small wins. Maybe it's standing in a power pose for 2 minutes. Maybe it's writing down one lesson from a recent stumble. Just one thing to start that cycle.
Don't wait for the feeling. Just do the thing.
Just do the thing. Start the engine.
You've got this.